Welcome everyone to tonight's Grand Tour Wrestling PLE pay-per-view event. And we got a match card for you tonight here on Summer Bash. We got the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon, who will be defending the tag team titles against Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys. We have a death match between Megan and Jasmine Nix, as Jasmine Nix will be defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship. That means no countout, no disqualification, anything goes. Benjamin Bourne, after months of open challenges, has finally earned the right to challenge Chosen for the Intercontinental Championship. With a month of a rivalry, Amanda Price has laid down the challenge, offering to put her Women's Championship on the line against the Russian assassin, Brenda Bison. Tonight, they'll test each other's skills with the title on the line in a submission match. To celebrate the end of summer, 8 of GTW's top women will be competing in a swimsuit battle royal match, where Lacey Evans will be defending the Women's U.S. Championship against Andrea Rizzo, Akima Sake, Dorothy Lane, Fuego Lopez, Kelly Kelly, Paige Evans, and Tracy Davis. And don't forget the heated championship match that we've all been waiting for, as Hercules will be defending the GTW World Heavyweight Championship against the Demon, Dio Sebastian. It was a month ago where Dio Sebastian had lost the championship to Hercules 5 minutes in a steel cage. On Dystopia, Dio made it clear that he won't be able to escape a cage to win the match this time. It's gonna be a full-on match. You gotta win by pinfall or submission. There'll be no countouts in this matchup. And for one match that will not have a title on the line, but will have pride, The Witch and Rebecca Troy, who express their hatred for each other, their undeniable resentment for each other, will settle their differences tonight in the last woman standing match. There will be no disqualification, no countout, no pinfall, no submission. You win only by knockout. And then, coming tonight, our main event. The Chosen One, Steven Dynamite, will defend the Grand Tour Championship against the Russian Gladiator, Andre Armstrong, in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. The Grand Tour Championship is not held by any weight class, not by any division, not by gender. Any wrestler in GTW can hold the title because it means you are the very best. And tonight's main event will show which one of these 2 athletes is the best of GTW. Tonight on Summer Bash. But first, our opening matchup, the Tag Team Championship on the line. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys, will now be defending against the Hardy Boys. Right now on GTW's first PLE, Summer Bash. And here they come, the Tag Team Champions. Wrestling together for 30 years now, the Dudley Boys, starting their careers in promos like ECW, veterans in WWE, and Bubba Ray going on to TNA as Bully Ray Dudley. They are now coming here at GTW, defending the Tag Team Championship against the longtime rivals, the Hardy Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live right here at the Daytona Beach, Florida Theater. And what a beautiful summer night in this outdoor venue. Here they come, the longtime rivals. Another tag team who have wrestled for nearly 30 years together. Matt and Jeff. Team Extreme, Team Hardcore, the Hardy Boys, making their way to the ring. Hardy Boys not seeming to get a warm welcome compared to the Dudleys. The Dudleys seem to be the fan favorite tonight here at Daytona Beach Theater. Nevertheless, the Hardy Boys coming into the ring hot with everything they got. Will their long-time rivalry come to an end tonight? For months now, the two teams have been going back and forth, throwing each other through tables, taking on each other in singles competition. But tonight, the answer will get our answer. Who will be the greatest tag team GTW?
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 461 pounds, Matt Harvey and Jeff Harvey, Team Hardcore. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 603 pounds, the Tag Team Champions, Bubba Ray and D-Ball, the Dudley Boys!
And this is what's on the line tonight, the GTW Tag Team Championship. Looks like we're starting off with Bubba Ray and Matt Hardy in tonight's tag team matchup. And here comes the bell. Matt coming with the clothesline, Bubba Ray sidestepping. Devon just hit Matt from behind, and there's a powerful chop to the chest by Bubba Ray Dudley. Bubba Ray already starting off with the pin. Matt kicking out, might be way too early in this matchup. Here comes Matt fighting back against Bubba Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been building up for a month now. We're now coming down to the culmination. There's a huge slam by Bubba Ray as he walks over to his partner Devon, tagging him in. Devon Dudley, now the legal partner in this tag team matchup. Matt Hardy already seems to be in trouble as the Dudley Boys right away have the advantage. Here comes Devon, throwing Matt into his partner's corner. He tags in Bubba Ray. The two now look like they're going for a double team maneuver. Devon with a scoop slam. Both bouncing off the ropes with a double headbutt onto Matt Hardy. But here comes Matt Hardy coming back. An Irish whip to the corner. And now he tags in Jeff. The Hardy Boys now showing off their skills in the tag team with their own double team maneuver with a double hip toss. Bubba Ray tackling Jeff to the ground. Here comes the pin. One. But no, Jeff reverses. One. No. Bubba Ray kicks out. Here comes Bubba Ray being thrown against the ropes. Jeff Hardy with a huge kick to the gut, followed by a massive leg drop. Matt Hardy, now the legal partner. And these two seem to have something in mind. Here goes Matt coming with the big high-flying maneuver. What teamwork by the Hardy Boys. And Matt Hardy now finishing off Bubba Ray with not one, but two drops from the air. And now a leg drop as well. He comes off the ropes again with the third leg drop. You see Matt now working on the arm of Bubba Ray, trying to gain the advantage in this tag team match. And a huge swinging right hook by Matt. Bubba Ray seems to be in a lot of trouble. You can see the anticipation from Devon in the corner. He wants that tag. He wants to get in the ring. Here comes Matt Hardy with the pin. 1, 2, but no. Bubba Ray gets the shoulder up. Was Matt Hardy got planned. Looks like he's going for a pile driver, but no. Bubba Ray manages to reverse with a hip toss. He has Matt trapped in the corner. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, looks like he's punishing Matt Hardy right now as he tangles his arm against the top rope. He's now just beating him down with those massive kicks. Those heavy boots of Bubba Ray just going right into Matt Hardy's chest. An amazing power maneuver by Bubba Ray. Here comes the pin. 1, 2. No, Matt Hardy kicks out on 2. And here comes Bubba Ray, now lining Matt Hardy up. He looks like he's going for the finisher. Matt Hardy goes to counter, but Bubba Ray comes back with a clothesline. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some comments from our live stream chat section. Bowling God going, what up, yeet? And Mortalist, the Hero 00, replying, yeet. Bowling God going, we want tables. We want tables. An impressive maneuver by Matt Hardy. Devon with an Irish whip. And here goes a scoop slam by Devon Dudley, taking out Matt. Jeff Hardy in the corner, looking for that tag. You can see the anxiety in his brother's eyes right now as he's watching Matt get beaten in the middle of the ring. Here comes Devon, tagging in Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray setting Matt Hardy up, and here comes a double power bomb by the Dudleys. Devon with a big hammer. Matt Hardy is in a lot of trouble right now. He's taking a lot of punishment from the Dudley boys. Bubba Ray heading to the top rope. High flying maneuver, but nobody home. Matt Hardy managed to escape the very last second. But it wasn't enough, as Bubba Ray still being able to power through Matt. Another impressive double team maneuver by the Dudley boys. Matt Hardy rolling out of the ring, trying to gain a breather, trying to gain some distance from Devon right now. Matt trying to bob and weave around him, but not enough. Devon eventually catching up. He now tags in Bubba Ray. Matt gets thrown into the corner. Here comes the tag. The 2. Now Irish whipping him. There's a double hip. No, a double face plant by the Dudleys on the mat. Devon now punishing the leg on Matt Hardy. I don't know how much more Matt can take. Here comes Matt with the reversal, but no, Devon counteracts with a punch. Matt Hardy dodges. Here comes Irish to the corner. Matt Hardy now tagging in Jeff. And a huge shot to the ribs. Oh my God, now commenting in the live stream chat, let's go Hardys. Jeff kicking out before 2. He rolls out of the ring for safety. Get a moment to breathe right now. Devon heading to the top rope. And it connects. Here comes Devon with a net breaker. He goes to tag in Bubba Ray. The Dudley boys showing amazing teamwork in this tag team matchup. But it seems Jeff Hardy now starting to make a comeback as he now goes on the offensive on Bubba Ray Dudley. Looks like he went to go for a tag for Matt, but Bubba Ray managed to get the elbow strike in. Now it seems Jeff Hardy is in a lot of trouble. This looks like it could be the Dudley Boys match right now. Jeff going for the Irish whip. But no, Bubba Ray just is too strong, too heavy for Jeff. And now here comes Bubba Ray with a combo of his own, taunting his opponent. Bubba Ray tagging in Devon. Devon sizing him up. It looks like he's going to go for the finisher. Jeff Hardy, welcome to Dudleyville. Here comes the pin. One, but no, Matt Hardy breaks up the count. Here comes Devon, throwing Jeff to the corner. Bubba Ray with a cheap shot from behind. As Devon now just stomps on Jeff Hardy. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, that has got to hurt. He's just scraping that elbow right across Jeff Hardy's face. There goes Devon, lining him up right across the ring with a huge knee to the face. Comes the pin. One, two, but no. Jeff manages to get the shoulder up. I'll tell you what, Jeff Hardy is nothing but resilient in this tag team match. Here comes Devon, tagging in Bubba Ray. Goes against the rope, and here comes a 3D! The Dudley Boys with a 3D! Bubba Ray goes for the pin. Could this be it? One, two, no, no! Somehow Jeff Hardy kicks out. Somehow Jeff Hardy managed to kick out of the Dudley Boys 3D. And now Jeff with a counter. This might be it, folks. This might be Jeff Hardy's chance. This might be the Hardy Boys' opportunity. We got more comments from the chat section going, "This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome." And here's Bubba Ray lining Matt Hardy up. Here comes the cutter. One, two, no, no, again. Once again, Jeff Hardy breaks up the count, saving this tag team match. There's Bubba Ray with the sidewalk slam. Matt Hardy manages to get the hot tag on Jeff Hardy. Here's Jeff with the kick, but no, Bubba Ray counters. Bubba Ray going for a suplex. And the whole ring just completely vibrates. You can feel the echoes throughout this theater right now. Bubba Ray single-handedly taking on both Hardy Boys. Jeff's throat being thrown across the top rope. Will this be it? One, two, no! Once again! Once again! Ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't see it right in front of me, I wouldn't believe it, but somehow Jeff's still managing to kick out of this brutal beating by Bubba Ray Dudley. Jeff Hardy looking to go on the offensive, twisting Bubba Ray's arm across the rope. Here goes Jeff with a high-flying maneuver, rolling into a pin. One, two, but Bubba Ray kicks out. And here comes Jeff with a twist of fate. Jeff Hardy hits the twist of fate. And here he goes, going to the top rope. Could this be? Swanton Bomb, but no. No, Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray manages to roll out of the way. Jeff Hardy going for a second twist of fate. He went for the count, but to no avail. Devon breaks it up. Here comes Jeff Hardy, getting the headlock on Bubba Ray. He's not ready to let go. The Hardy Boys finally gaining the advantage in this tag team match. They want those tag team belts. They want to prove that they are the best, and not just GTW, but the best in the world of tag team wrestling. You can see the heart of Jeff Hardy right now as he takes it to Bubba Ray. He throws him to the corner, but Bubba Ray reverses the Irish whip. Bubba Ray looking to take back control of this match. He wants to hold his tag team titles. He tags in Devon. Devon now the legal partner. He runs across the ring with a huge body splash. Jeff Hardy desperately tagging in his brother Jeff. Jeff desperately tagging his brother Matt. Matt going for a possum roll, but Devon manages to kick out. Devon now trapped in the corner. Matt Hardy bringing him up to the second rope. And a twist of fate right off the second rope. Unfortunately, it was no good as Bubba Ray was able to break up the count, and it seems the referee got hit on that exchange too. The referee is out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no referee in this tag team match at the moment. We're now 15, maybe 20 minutes into this match. We got no referee. Devon went for that huge chop. Matt Hardy was there to go for the receipt. Devon getting Irish to the corner. It seems the referee finally was able to recuperate. There's Jeff with a chin buster. He's going for the pin. One, no, Devon kicking out. Jeff lining Devon up. He goes over the top rope with a huge cross body splash. He tags in his brother Matt Hardy. Here's an Irish whip to the corner. Matt Hardy managing to get the elbow in, countering Devon. He counters Devon again. He goes for the back of the knee, taking Devon down. Devon hanging on the apron, and there's a neckbreaker right across the top rope. Matt Hardy now tagging in Jeff. Jeff Hardy waiting for the legal man to get back in the ring. Remember, pinfalls and submissions can only be exchanged inside. It seems Jeff got a little impatient though. Here comes Jeff. Line him up. Twist of fate. This could be it. 1, 2. No. I don't believe it. Again. Devon kicks out. He kicked out a twist of fate. Jeff Hardy from across the ring nails the swanton bomb. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. We got new tag team champions. Ladies and gentlemen, what a tag team match. We got new tag team champions. What an incredible tag team match. The Dudley Boys dominating for the majority of this match. But in the end, Jeff Hardy with a twist of fate and a swanton bomb manages to pick up the win against the Dudley Boys. What an upset win here in this opening match for Summer Bash. What an incredible win. You can see the great teamwork from both the Hardys and the Dudleys here. The Dudley Boys were completely decimating the Hardys throughout the whole match, beating them down, getting them pinfall after pinfall after pinfall. But in the end, it just wasn't enough. Jeff Hardy coming out with all the stops. Matt Hardy going for all the high-risk maneuvers, all the desperation moves. But in the end, it was a small-time bomb from across the ring that allowed the Hardys to get this upset win.
Here are your winners, and the new Tag Team Champions, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, Team Hardcore.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Tag Team Champions of GTW, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys. We got comments from Mortal saying, yes, I was hoping they'd win. What an incredible match, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go into a quick 2-minute break. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to Bowling God 74. Today, it is his birthday weekend. So, Bowling God 74, I want to wish you from GTW, happy birthday! Yeet! We'll be back after our 2-minute break. About to get into our second match tonight, as Benjamin Bourne will finally get the challenge chosen for the Intercontinental Championship. Coming up now on Summer Bash.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Here comes Benjamin Bourne. For months now, he has been issuing open challenges on every brawl and every dystopia in hopes of gaining attention of Chosen. For months, he has been trying to get his shot at the Intercontinental Championship. On Brawl, he was given a chance at a #1 contender match and has finally earned his shot. Tonight might be the natural born bad boy. It might be his night. Will he be able to defeat Chosen here at the Daytona Beach Theater for Summer Bash to become the new Intercontinental Champion? And here comes the Intercontinental Champion himself. Chosen originally from JPW, Japan Pro Wrestling, wrestling in the Japanese circuit. He is now wrestling in the United States in Grand Tour Wrestling as the Intercontinental Champion. He had his reservations about giving Benjamin Bourne his championship match. But after his impressive victory on Raw last week, Chosen has finally agreed to give him a chance at the gold. But will all of Benjamin Bourne's hard work pay off tonight? Will he be able to defeat the champ?
Introducing the challenger from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing in at 244 pounds, Bad Boy Benjamin Bourne. And his opponent From Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 202 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Chosen.
Here we go, starting off tonight's matchup. The Intercontinental Championship on the line here. Chosen starting off strong, taking out Benjamin Bourne, bringing him right to the ring. You can see the confidence in Chosen right now. Maybe a little too confident as Benjamin Bourne starts to fight back against the masked Japanese wrestler. The two men now locking up. Here's Chosen bringing Benjamin Bourne against the ropes. But Benjamin Bourne getting in that cheap shot. Those hands that Benjamin Bourne is known for. There's a reason why they call him the natural bad boy. Naturally bad boy Bourne. Here comes Chosen getting the headlock on Benjamin. He now gets him into an armbar. Incredible technical skills by Chosen, but not enough to go against the striking style of Benjamin Bourne. You can see Bourne working on the leg of Chosen, slamming his head into the top turnbuckle. And a face plant right into the ring. A combination of a face plant and a bulldog there. Chosen to look to be in trouble right now. The referee's starting the count out. The two taking this fight outside the ring. Benjamin Bourne better be careful. He cannot win the Intercontinental Championship if this match ends by a count out. If he was smart, he'd get Chosen in the ring right now, which is exactly what he's doing. And that's Benjamin using his brain right now. He can't win the title outside. Here goes the count. 1, 2, but Chosen gets the shoulder up. What an incredible reversal by Chosen. He springboards right off the top rope with a big somersault. The challenger seems to be in a lot of trouble right now. Chosen using his high-flying abilities to take him apart. Chosen rolling out of the way. He goes for a high-flying kick. Benjamin Bourne steps out of the way though. Benjamin Bourne going for a high-risk maneuver himself as he gets to the top rope. He goes for a missile drop kick, but Chosen manages to redirect it out of the way, using some of that martial arts skill he's known for. Only a 2 count. It wasn't enough to put Benjamin Bourne away. Chosen's going to have to take him out. Work on him a little more. You see Chosen using that agility that has aided him so well. That agility that has helped him win and retain the Intercontinental Championship time and time again throughout his GTW career. And here comes Chosen with a big high-risk maneuver, but it didn't pay off. There was nobody home. Benjamin Bourne seeing it a mile away. Here comes Bourne, going across the ring. He went for a clothesline, but Chosen reverses with an impressive maneuver. Here he goes to the top rope. Second time's a charm. A reversal, shooting star press. 1, 2, but no. Benjamin Bourne manages to get the shoulder up. Benjamin rolling out of the ring, trying to get a moment to breathe. And there's Benjamin Bourne using a leg drop, snapping Chosen's head across the second rope there. You can see the air just being grasped away from him, and there's Benjamin Bourne with a huge neck breaker. He climbs to the top rope. And it connects. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, but no, Chosen gets the shoulder up. You can see the frustration on Benjamin Bourne's face. He is wondering what he has to do to put the Intercontinental Championship away. And there he goes with the finisher, going with the bad boy cutter. 1, 2, but no, Chosen somehow kicks out. He kicked out of the bad boy cutter. Here's Benjamin Bourne going with those combos. Going for those strikes on Chosen. Chosen might be down for the count for the championship. 1, 2, no, again, Chosen gets the shoulder up. Benjamin Bourne again, going for that top rope, looking to beat Chosen with his own game. 1, 2, no, look at Benjamin, look at his face, he looks so frustrated, he is wondering what he has to do to put him away right now. He is throwing everything at him, but Chosen is kicking out of everything. Bad boy Benjamin Bourne is throwing. He is visibly frustrated, visibly upset, visibly flustered. He's just thinking right now, what's it gonna take? How much more damage do I gotta do to win the Intercontinental Championship? And here comes Chosen, coming off the ropes. What an impressive leg scissor type maneuver. Chosen using that martial arts experience against the challenger. With a big drop kick, you can see that agility coming into play. 1, 2, no, Benjamin kicks out. Here comes Chosen with a flying kick. 1, 2, no, again, Bourne kicks out. There's Chosen lining him up. Will this be enough? He has him against the ropes. An Irish whip. And there's Benjamin Bourne with the snake eyes, hoping to knock him out long enough. Benjamin Bourne going for the brutality. He's waiting for Chosen. Looks like he's looking to finish this. He's going for those straight combos, but no! Chosen out of nowhere, springing off the second rope with a counter move. He has him in a fireman carry position. And Benjamin Bourne might be down. Here comes Chosen, going for a high-risk maneuver. He's on the top rope. Frog splash. Benjamin Bourne seems to be in a lot of pain right now. I don't know how much more of this he can take. Chosen bringing off the ropes, going under, going over. And down goes Bourne. 1, 2, but he manages to get the shoulder up. You can start to see a little bit of frustration on Chosen's face as well. The masked Japanese wrestler on the top rope. Reversal shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. And Chosen retains the Intercontinental Championship against Bad Boy Benjamin Bourne. After everything Bourne has been through, after months of winning open challenges, after months of accepting open challenges, taking on top tier wrestlers such as Hercules just to prove himself, doing everything he could to get this title match, but in the end, Chosen was correct when he told Benjamin Bourne he just wasn't worthy of an Intercontinental Championship match, and that was just proven tonight as Chosen comes up victorious. You see Benjamin Bourne had thrown everything he had at Chosen. Every trick he had in the book. Those strong punch combos. Those high-flying maneuvers such as the frog splash, the elbow drops. He even tried getting him with his finisher maneuver, the Bad Boy Cutter, but in the end, he just couldn't cut it. Chosen going with that frog splash. An impressive drop kick. It seemed he might have not gotten it. It seemed to have been home for Benjamin Bourne. But then Chosen went for that reversal shooting star press. And at the end of the day, with a 1, 2, 3, the masked Japanese wrestler managed to retain.
Champion Chosen.
What an incredible singles matchup. But we're not done yet. We have another Intercontinental Championship on the line coming up next. Not just any Intercontinental Championship match, but the Women's Intercontinental Championship. As we have Megan challenging Jasmine Nix in a death match. Coming up next on Summer Bash.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Here she comes, the vicious, the maniacal, the sociopath, Megan, making her the ring. And this match is right up her alley. There'll be no disqualifications, no countouts. All weapons legal, all maneuvers legal. She can't even be disqualified for attacking the cameraman, a GTW official being assaulted, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Anything goes in this match. Bats, steel chairs, ladders, garbage cans, tables, whatever you can think of, everything is on the table in this. There are rumors that Jasmine Nix is afraid of Megan, which is why she tried to screw her out of her first contender match as a guest referee. Eventually, Megan was able to secure a spot after getting that rematch against Tiffany Lane. Jasmine Nix says she is not afraid of Megan and wants to prove it tonight by having this no disqualification match. Last night on Dystopia, these two went to an all-out brawl in the backstage section. What I can only assume to be a little preview of what we're going to get right here at Daytona Beach Theater. and dancing red sock. You're absolutely correct. Poor referee. I feel bad for that man. He definitely does not get paid enough to get pushed around by these wrestlers. And here comes the Intercontinental Champion in the ring, ready. This is going to be a bloodbath, folks. Jasmine Nix is defending her championship against a Psycho.
Introducing the challenger from New York, Crimson Fox. And her opponent from New York, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Jasmine Nix.
Neither one of these women are a fan favorite, but I'm sure the crowd's going to enjoy watching them beat the living hell out of each other. Once again, no disqualifications, no countouts, anything goes. All foreign objects are legal, all maneuvers legal. Any strategy they can think of, 100% legal in this blood match. Here comes the bell, and we're starting things off. Jasmine Nix starting out strong, getting on the offensive. On Megan with a huge high-flying maneuver, springing off the second rope. She's looking to take Megan out early, working on that arm, trying to do as much damage as humanly possible. Megan is not an opponent to be taken lightly. She is a woman willing to do anything to secure victory, to secure that Intercontinental Championship. She doesn't win matches, she punishes her opponents, and Jasmine Nix knows it. I gotta say, the Intercontinental Champion, really incredibly smart right now, trying to take her out early, and there she goes with a moonsault off the top rope. She gets out of the ring. Looks like she's going underneath, looking for a foreign object. And here comes a table put into play, being set up outside the ring. Megan putting a stop to that, slamming Jasmine Nix into the steel rim of the ring apron. And here she goes, just stomping into the back of the head of Megan. And it goes flying right outside the ring. Megan with a flying knee. And Jasmine Nix now in the ring. Here comes Megan looking for a foreign object of her own. And she has a shovel. She just hit Jasmine Nix over the head with a shovel. I knew this match was going to be brutal, but wow. That's a steel shovel being driven into the head of Jasmine Nix right there. Jasmine Nix looking to fight back, trying to fight off what might have been, well, what could have been a concussion. That could have been bad right there. Megan getting out of the grapple. And looks like she's trying to maneuver into a Boston Crab, and she succeeds. Jasmine Nix now in a submission hold. Will she be able to? Yes, she's able to reverse it and rolls Megan to a pin, but Megan immediately kicking out. Here's Jasmine Nix with an elbow into Megan. You can see these two relying on their knees and hands, going to an all-out brawl on this. Here goes Megan with the clothesline. Jasmine going for a clothesline herself. Megan reverses with the hip toss. And there's a spine buster. Megan with the spine buster. And now the shovel's in hand again. Spinning that around, taunting her, and the shovel right into the gut and leg Megan just beating the hell out of her with that shovel right now. Megan off the ropes with the frog splash. As she just throws the shovel right across the ring, hitting Jasmine right in the head. Jasmine a little disoriented, but she's fighting back, coming back with a high-flying maneuver. And here she is going onto the ring apron, looking for another weapon. Now she has a sledgehammer in hand. And there she is beating Megan with a sledgehammer. Megan was getting Jasmine with a shovel. Jasmine coming back in kind, but Megan just taking the weapon out of her hand. Now the tables have turned as Megan wants to start attacking Jasmine with the sledgehammer. Jasmine next with a fireman carry position. And a right cross knocking Megan down. There's a kick across the face, but Megan with her resiliency. Pain is not a factor for this woman. She can take anything and she will take anything. She'll do whatever it takes to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship tonight. Jasmine going for the top rope. She's lining Megan up with a crossbody splash. Sledgehammer back in hand. There she is attacking Megan once again. Just attacking those ribs. Remember, this is anything goes in this death match. All weapons legal. Completely destroying, breaking her ribcage is 100% legal with that sledgehammer. There goes Megan coming back. But Jasmine next with a desperate maneuver. Both women down. Both women completely laid out right now. Jasmine getting back to her feet. And here she goes, going for a submission hold. Will Megan tap out? Will Jasmine be able to retain with a tap out? No, Megan manages to slip out. And now she's got the sledgehammer back in hand, attacking the spine of Jasmine. Completely breaking Jasmine's back with that foreign object. There goes Megan, getting to the top rope. And an impressive high-flying maneuver. It looks like it may have paid off. It definitely connected. Jasmine trying to fight back with an elbow to the ribs. An Irish whip to the ropes. And what a flying kick by Jasmine. Here she goes with the camel clutch. Megan looking desperate. Looks like Jasmine tried to follow with a moonsault, but nobody home. Megan rolling out of the ring. The shovel back in Megan's hand, and she's waxing right between the eyes of Jasmine Nix. And she just slammed her on top of the wooden table. Here comes Jasmine, positioning her for a power bomb. Megan now has the table, throwing it on top of Jasmine. I wonder if she has fun. Oh, what is she going to do here? The table's on top of Jasmine. Megan on the top rope. Jasmine able to counter the high-risk maneuver. Thank goodness, that could have been bad. It looked like Jasmine had bad intentions putting that table right on top of her. Here's Jasmine now attacking Megan with the sledgehammer outside the ring, having her pinned against the barricade. Another impressive kick. The match now taking place outside. Jasmine being slammed on top of the wooden table there. There goes Megan going to the ring, looking for another 400, and she now has a garbage can in hand. It looks like Megan's ready to take out the trash right now, bringing that can out of the ring. She is shopping from the webs. What the hell? Is that a 2x4 with spikes? Those are spikes. That's a spike 2x4. Megan was just attacking Jasmine with a 2x4 with spikes protruding out of it. My God, is there nothing these women will not do to each other? Here comes Jasmine, now bringing out a steel chair. Jasmine once again going for the shovel, slamming it right onto Megan's leg, trying to break her leg with the shovel right now. Megan setting her up for a power bomb, slamming her right on top of the wood. These two women dealing more punishment out tonight here at Daytona Beach Theater than they did last night in the backstage area on Dystopia. Jasmine being slammed right into the barricade, separating them from the audience. This match seems to be all over the outside ring area. Jasmine now taking a lot of punishment as Megan goes for the garbage can. And she throws it right on top of her. Megan now lining Jasmine Nix up for another powerbomb. And you can feel the whole floor shake. And it looks like we have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Megan just won by a knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, what a win. We've seen steel chairs, garbage cans, tables, shovels, 2x4s with protruding spikes. Of course, this match could have only won by one way. Jasmine Nix being knocked out by Megan. And now we have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Hardcore style. This wasn't a contest that ended up being won by a pinfall or a submission. Jasmine Nix was straight up laid out cold. You're right, Bowling God. Someone was definitely going to ER, and I have a feeling it's Jasmine Nix who's going to need a hospital bed right now.
Women's Intercontinental Champion, Crimson Fox.
The Crimson Fox, Megan. Now, the new Intercontinental Champion. We are 3 matches in tonight's pay-per-view, and we have already had 2 titles change hands. Now the question is, what's going to happen next? We already had a death match end by knockout. But our next matchup can only win by knockout. We got The Witch versus Rebecca Troy. This is not about titles. This is straight up grudges, folks. These two absolutely hate each other. Last night, in an interview, The Witch said she absolutely hates Rebecca Troy. She detests Rebecca Troy. She sees her as a narcissist. A self-absorbed... Ladies and gentlemen, this is on Twitch, so I can't say the B word, but you know where I'm going with this. These two can't stand each other. This all started a month ago when they were forced to tag team alongside with each other as they were both given the opportunity to challenge for the women's tag team titles. However, both women just could not get on the same page. After arguing back and forth in the tag match, the Witch refused to break up the count that cost them the match. A week later, these two challenged each other in singles competition where Rebecca Troy had the Old Gods along with a member of the family, Lorenzo, beat the Witch down 3-on-1. And now here we are at Summer Bash. These women settling their differences the only way they can in a last woman standing match. The Witch versus Rebecca Troy right now on Summer Bash.
The following is a last woman standing match. Making her way to the ring, representing the Fallen from Salem, Massachusetts, the Witch.
And here she is, the girl from Salem, the little sister of Dio Sebastian. The Witch, basing her gimmick off of Infinite Fantasy's popular superhero, the White Witch, aka Morgan Rose, making her way to the ring to face her rival Rebecca Troy. And speaking of the White Witch, there is now an audio story in the works telling the origin story of how Morgan Rose becomes the White Witch, which will be live streaming and a date soon to be announced on Twitch. The Adventures of the White Witch is about a girl named Morgan Rose receiving a magical amulet granting her the power to control all magic. Donning the mantle of the White Witch, she protects Salem and the rest of the world from the supernatural, protecting all of mankind. And here comes her opponent, Empress Rebecca Troy.
The Old Gods from Newark, New Jersey, the Olympian Rebecca Troy.
Rebecca Troy, the third member of the Old Gods, along with Archangel and Hercules. Rebecca Troy is a former three-time women's champion, former Intercontinental Champion, and former Women's Tag Team Champion. A highly decorated wrestler in the women's division here in GTW, she has dominated ever since her debut, being the right-hand woman of the mighty Hercules, who is the current reigning World Heavyweight Champion. Ironically, Hercules, the leader of her faction, will be facing the Witch's older brother tonight, Dio Sebastian, for the World Heavyweight title. But right now, we got a last woman standing match. As the previous match, there will be no countouts, no disqualifications. There will also be no pinfalls. There will be no submissions. The match can only end one way. One woman has to be standing while the other is down for 10 seconds. As the Witch put it last night in her interview on Dystopia, they're both going to enter Daytona Beach Theater on Summer Bash, but only one of them is walking out. You can see the look of detest on the Witch's face outside of the ring. Rebecca Troy looking as confident as ever. Once again, this is not for championships. This is not about business. This is not about competition. This is straight up two women who absolutely detest each other and are looking to take out their aggression. This is not going to be a wrestling match, folks. This is going to be a fight. Reading the comment section, Mortalist, I just read your comment and I am 100% entertained by that. I won't repeat it because here in GTW we do not break kayfabe. Here comes the here comes the Witch putting Rebecca Troy in an armbar. Rebecca Troy struggling. The Witch now having her in a headlock. Here comes Troy, throwing her off the ropes, and she gets knocked down with an elbow. You can see the aggression between these two women as Troy starts repeatedly headbutting her and now slamming the Witch's head into the ring canvas over and over. Remember, this match can only be won by knockout. These two are going to do everything possible, everything and anything to punish each other, to beat each other down. Someone is going to be leaving in a hospital tonight. The Witch struggling to get out of Rebecca Troy's grapple. Here's a takedown by Rebecca Troy. Once again, getting the Witch in a headlock. The Witch trying to get back onto her feet. She's struggling to get out of the headlock. It looks like Rebecca Troy looking to just suffocate the Witch to death in this match. But here's the Witch countering with a sidewalk slam. There's the Witch going for those chops to the chest. An elbow to the face. A kick to the head. She's setting her up for a suplex. No, the suplex turned into a face buster. And the two women now outside the ring. The Witch going under the ring apron, bringing out a steel baseball bat. And there's the Witch just throwing the bat right into Rebecca Troy's head. Here she goes, setting her up, propping Troy, slamming her on top of the barricade there. The Witch just using the barricade, separating them from the audience as a weapon. Here comes Troy, getting up after a 7 count in this last woman standing match. And here's the Witch with a drop kick. Troy seems to be down as the referee goes for the count again. The Witch jumping out of the ring. Troy getting back to her feet. And here comes the Witch with her finishing maneuver, the cauldron. This match might be ending early. Rebecca Troy hit the ground really hard there. Here goes Troy, who went for a baseball bat, but no, the Witch saw it coming, and once again, using her high-flying abilities to take Troy out. Here comes the Witch, going off the top rope with a Hurricanrana. This looks like it could be the Witch's match. No, Troy refusing to stay down. And the Witch just realized it. Rebecca Troy now back in the ring. And now she's going on the offensive on the Witch. There's a huge power slam by Rebecca Troy. She is just cranking the Witch's neck right now. Rebecca Troy dealing out more punishment. And an impressive slam by Troy, knocking the Witch out, but the Witch now getting back up. And here comes Troy with a super kick. Troy calling it, saying it's time to finish this. Giving the Witch a massive clothesline. And it looks like Rebecca Troy now looking to line her up, but she got a little too cocky there as the Witch came out with a drop kick. And not enough. Here comes Troy going for a submission hold. You can't win by submission, but it might be enough to just knock the air out of the Witch to keep her from breathing. Rebecca Troy going for a kick. The Witch rolls out of the way. And here's a neck breaker. The Witch declaring victory. She thinks this might be it. She thinks this might be where Rebecca Troy is knocked out. Here goes Troy going over the top rope. And there she goes, just stunnering her throat across the second rope. Rebecca Troy looks like she's having a lot of trouble breathing right now. Could this be it? No. Troy gets back up. Here comes Troy, looking for a foreign object. The Witch stopping her tracks, but here comes Rebecca Troy with a shot to the ribs. And the Witch once again going for her finisher, the Cauldron. This could be it. Rebecca Troy looks knocked out. And that's it. There's the 10 count. Rebecca Troy knocked out the Witch, wins the last woman standing match. I gotta say, this was a very one-sided match. In the beginning, Rebecca Troy looked like she stood a chance, but the Witch wanted nothing more but to knock her out. At every corner, no matter what trick Rebecca Troy tried, the Witch was ready for her. Using her impressive, high-flying abilities, it seems in the end, when it comes to last woman standing, Rebecca Troy was no match for the girl from Salem. And there's the finisher that knocked Rebecca Troy out, the Cauldron. The referee going for that 10 count for the knockout.
Here is your winner, the Witch.
And the Witch takes this matchup here on Summer Bash. And now she can only wonder, will her brother Dio Sebastian fare just as well when he takes on Hercules later tonight for the World Heavyweight title? But first, another match from our women's division. We got the women's champion, Amanda Price, taking on, defending her championship against the Russian assassin, Brenda Bison, in a submission match.
The following contest is a submission match and is for the Women's Championship.
And here comes the women's champion, Amanda Price, making her way to the ring. This all started a month ago, where Brenda Bison, who has acted as Andre Armstrong's agent, as you will, has week in and week out come out to the ring, speaking for him, promoting him, advertising him. And one night on Brawl, the women's champion, Amanda Price, just couldn't hear the nonsense coming from Brenda Bison as she spoke about how Andre Armstrong could take on her dear friend Steven Dynamite and win his Grand Tour title. Ever since then, the two women have gone back and forth, and it's all come down to this, where Amanda Price wants to get her hands on Brenda Bison so bad she's willing to put the women's championship on the line tonight. And here she comes, the Russian assassin, the agent of Andre Armstrong. Remember, this is a submission match. There's only one way to win. There's no pinfalls. You can't win any other way except by making your opponent tap out. This is the ultimate form of victory, as in order to secure the women's championship tonight, one of these women must make the other admit defeat, must make the other submit to the other. The only way for Brenda Bison to win the women's championship tonight is to literally make Amanda Price surrender to her, and vice versa. For Amanda Price to retain the women's championship tonight, she must make Brenda Bison surrender to her in a submission hold. This will be the ultimate form of defeat and domination over another opponent. And that's right, Mortalist. This matchup and these two women 100% have aura, especially Brenda Bison sporting her spy gear, an agent of Russia, the handler of the Russian glider Andre Armstrong, now in the ring. Who will win in this technical matchup? Will it be the women's champion Amanda Price or the Russian assassin Brenda Bison?
Introducing the challenger from Moscow, Russia, the assassin Brenda Bison. From Allentown, Pennsylvania, the women's champion, Amanda Price.
Here we go, the women's championship on the line. Amanda Price, Brenda Bison. Who will tap out to the other? The two women locking up. Brenda Bison twisting the arm of Amanda Price. Already getting started manipulating the joints. But no, Amanda Price manages to counter. We have Brenda Bison, who's a trained assassin from Russia. Amanda Price, trained by an Olympic wrestler. Both women show incredible talent in the ring with their technical prowess. Here comes Amanda Price, getting a grapple in the back. Brenda Bison trying to fight back. Amanda Price not letting go though. Trying to maneuver away, but here comes an arm drag by Brenda Bison, putting Amanda Price into a headlock on top of the ring. And here comes Amanda Price, getting the leg scissors in, just crushing her head in with those thighs. Immediately looking to go for that tap out. Remember, the only way to win is for one of these women to make the other surrender to her in a form of a tap out. Here goes Amanda Price, lining her up. The two women grappling up once again in this technical matchup. Amanda Price pushing Brenda Bison into the corner. The referee looking to break it up. And there's Brenda Bison with a cheap shot on Amanda Price. She goes slamming Amanda Price's head into the turnbuckle. Well, Amanda Price going for a receipt. Now having Brenda Bison trapped. And she goes slamming to the turnbuckle, followed by a belly-to-belly suplex. Here comes Amanda Price going for that arm lock, but Brenda Bison going for the reversal. She manages to get out of the maneuver, and now she's going on the offensive on Price. Shows her against the ropes. Amanda Price grabbing on to stop the momentum and coming back with a right hook. Here comes Amanda Price going for the sleeper hold. But Brenda Bison manages to counter with a stunner. And a spine buster by the Russian assassin. Brenda Bison showing her expertise in martial arts. Amanda Price rolling herself to the outside ring apron. Just get a moment, but it looks like it backfired as she just gets tackled right out of the ring. The referee starting to count out. Brenda Bison better be very careful. She cannot win the women's championship via countout. She's got to get Price back in the ring. Amanda Price, on the other hand, can completely retain her title by keeping this match outside the ring. Unfortunately for Brenda Bison, Amanda Price does have the champion's advantage in this match. Brenda Bison rolling out of the ring. Amanda Price keeping under pressure. Now locking in another sleeper hold. Brenda Bison once again with a jawbreaker counters. And here comes Brenda Bison applying an ankle lock. Amanda Price managing to counter though. Here comes Bison running Price against the ropes with a scoop slam. She goes, getting to the second rope. She's waiting for Price to get to her feet, lining her up. And here comes Brenda Bison with a Hurricanrana, taking the breath right out of Amanda Price. There she goes, torturing her opponent, twisting the arm. Amanda managing to get out with a possum attack. But Brenda able to recover. A swift kick to the face, knocking Amanda down to her back. It seems the Russian assassin now gaining advantage, but here comes Amanda Price. I might have spoken too soon. Who managed to counter. Brenda Bison now in the corner. And here comes Amanda, setting her up for a German suplex. And here comes Amanda Price. Going for a crossface. Will Brenda tap out? No, she manages to wiggle her way out of the hold. Amanda Price now lining her up. Going for the finisher. Oh no, Brenda Bison manages to counter. Here she is with a belly to belly. There's an underhook suplex by Brenda Bison. Amanda Price seems to be in a lot of trouble right now as she desperately climbs up the corner. Brenda applying pressure on the leg. She's trying to weaken those leg muscles, making it easier for Amanda to want to tap out. And here comes Brenda Bison, now with an ankle lock. And Amanda Price taps out. Amanda Price has tapped out to Brenda Bison. We have a new women's champion. Folks, I don't believe it. Amanda Price, a woman traditionally trained by an Olympic wrestler, had just tapped out to Brenda Bison. We have a new women's champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third championship to change hands tonight. Amazing. Amazing. We have just now seen why they call her the Russian assassin. I can't believe Amanda Price actually tapped out. She put on a good match. She fought with everything. But at the end of the day, Brenda Bison made Amanda Price surrender in the middle of the ring. She has just won the women's title from her in the Amanda Price just lost the title in the ultimate defeat.
Women's champion, the assassin, Brenda Bison.
Brenda Bison, the new women's champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we got one more match in the women's division. Celebrating the end of summer, we have a swimsuit battle royal match. This match will feature Fuego Lopez, Dorothy Lane, Tracy Davis, Andrea Rizzo, Akima Sake, the U.S. champion Paige Evans, Lacey Evans, and Kelly Kelly. And this battle royal match will be for the women's U.S. championship. Which woman will come on top in this swimsuit edition for Summer Bash? Find out next on tonight's PLE.
Is an 8-woman battle royal and is for the Women's United States Championship.
And here comes Andrea Rizzo, making her way to the ring.
Minnesota, Adrian A. Razor.
Adrian Rizzo not carrying her belt with her in tonight's match, but she is one half of the intergender tag team champions, partnered up with Tony D'Angelo. These two members of the faction known as the Family. Andrea Rizzo in this battle royal match looking to become a double champion tonight. Here comes Dorothy Lane, one half of Truth and Consequences. Last night in Dystopia, her and Tiffany Lane competed for the tag team titles, but to no avail. However, Dorothy Lane looking to try her luck tonight in this 8-woman swimsuit battle royal match for the U.S. Championship. This match type selected to celebrate the end of summer here at Summer Bash. You see, she's now wearing a modified version of her ring wear to fit tonight's theme.
From Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, Lopez. And from Jacksonville, Florida, Kelly.
Here comes Kelly, one of the lesser-known divas here in GTW, looking to make a name for herself here in this Battle Royal match. So far, we've only seen her wrestling mid-card and house shows. She is making her pay-per-view debut here at Summer Bash. And she's looking to start her pay-per-view debut winning the U.S. Championship here tonight.
From Kobe, Japan, beautiful.
Akima Sake, a famous female wrestler from Japan. Last night, she had challenged Brenda Bison. Her victory came up short against the Russian assassin. But she's looking for redemption here in this Battle Royal match here tonight. Akima Sake recently has been a fan favorite, impressing fans all over here in GTW with her impressive high-flying abilities. And there's one thing you can't argue, this girl has heart.
From Jacksonville, Florida, Paige Evans.
Paige Evans making her way to the ring. Another woman from the mid-card roster, looking to make a name for herself in this Battle Royal match. But let me tell you, folks, what she brings into the ring, she equally brings out in personality. This woman is not only ready for the beach, she's 100% ready for the ring here tonight. Tracy Davis, not exactly a fan favorite. Some would say this lady is a bit kind of full of herself. Has yet to win a championship, but goes around acting like she's one of the best women in the division. However, that may change tonight as the women's U.S. title will be on the line in this Battle Royal match.
And introducing the champion from Georgia, the Women's United States Champion, the Superstar Lady Evans.
Lacey Evans, the current GTW United States Women's Champion, making her way to the ring, the last entry in tonight's Battle Royal. You gotta be wondering what's going through Lacey Evans' mind tonight. Not only is she defending her title in this matchup, but she's defending her title against 7 other women. It's gonna be every woman for themselves. And this will not be won by a countout submission or pinfall or even a DQ. You win by throwing your opponents over the top rope, and the last woman left in the ring will be crowned the United States Champion. And we're off in this Battle Royal, all 8 women going right at it. You see Dorothy Lane already getting an advantage, raking the eyes on Kelly in the corner. There's Akima Sake going for a belly-to-belly, a German suplex on Andrea Rizzo. Lacey Evans has Tracy Davis in an armbar. Fuego Lopez going for that moonsault, but nobody home. There's Evans getting punched by Kelly right there in the corner of the ring. Akima Sake has just eliminated Tracy Davis. We got our first elimination in this Battle Royal. Tracy Davis has just been eliminated by Akima Sake. And there's Rizzo being slammed shoulder first right to the ring post. Dorothy Lane now getting on top of Akima Sake. In the corner you see Fuego Lopez using a bulldog onto Kelly. Lacey Evans just barely avoiding elimination in the hands of Andre Rizzo. And you can see in the other corner, Akira Sake attempting to eliminate Dorothy Lane, but she managed to escape the ring out. There comes Rizzo with a suplex onto Kelly. Lacey Evans laying on the punishment on Fuego Lopez. And there goes Lacey Evans with a springboard right off the second rope. Andrea Rizzo hanging for dear life on that top rope, barely managing to escape, rolling back into the ring. Lacey Evans going for a high-flying maneuver. Fuego Lopez getting out of the ring quickly. You see Paige Evans now beating on Akima Sake down on the ground. Dorothy Lane reversing a pile driver from Andrea Rizzo into a hip toss. Akima Sake reversing Paige Evans into a German suplex. Dorothy Lane now dominating as she just knocked down Lacey Evans, and now taking down Andrea Rizzo in a scoop slam. Akima Sake once again showing her high-flying athletic ability as she takes down Kelly Kelly, and now you see Akima Sake squaring off with Fuego Lopez in front of the ring. Here comes Dorothy Lane with a Hurricanrana. Right into Andre Davis, followed by a moonsault. Lacey Evans went to go for a risky maneuver on Dorothy Lane. It didn't pay off. And there goes Paige Evans nearly being eliminated, being thrown over the top rope, but she managed to pull herself in at the last second, only to be attacked by Akima Sake with an impressive maneuver. Fuego Lopez being thrown against the ropes by Dorothy Lane. Dorothy Lane now executing a nutbreaker. There's Paige Evans now beating down Dorothy Lane. Fuego, Akima Sake with a sidewalk slam onto the woman Jewish champion Lacey Evans, but only to be suplexed herself. No, she manages to counter Fuego Lopez. And here comes Paige Evans on the top rope. Andrea Rizzo now trapped in the corner. And you can see in the other corner, Fuego Lopez looking to eliminate Kelly Kelly. Here comes Lacey Evans taking down Paige Evans. I'm not really sure there's a relation between the two. Things are heating up in this Battle Royal match. We got 7 women left. 6 more eliminations until a U.S. champion can be crowned. Dorothy Lane with an impressive maneuver onto Akima Sake. Kelly Kelly now looking to eliminate Akima Sake. Akima Sake has just been eliminated by Kelly Kelly. Paige Evans now taking it to Dorothy Lane, taking it to the ground, only to be intercepted by Andre Rizzo, who's going not for 1, but 2 suplexes onto Paige Evans. Dorothy Lane now going to Andre Rizzo with a DDT. She's now lining her up. But no, Rizzo manages to escape Dorothy Lane. And there's Lacey Evans being thrown on the top rope, but she manages to escape, kicking Kelly Kelly, getting herself back into the ring. And there's Dorothy Lane, who has just been eliminated. I repeat, Dorothy Lane has just been eliminated. We got 6 women left. No, we got 5 women left in this Battle Royal. We got Fuego Lopez looking to eliminate Paige Evans. She's got her on the top rope. Will she knock her out of the ring? Will Fuego Lopez eliminate Paige Evans? No, Paige Evans manages to get back in. Fuego Lopez continuing the punishment, going onto the second rope with a drop kick onto Paige Evans. Fuego Lopez now taking down Andrea Rizzo. And here comes Lacey Evans, taking advantage of the distraction. Kelly Kelly going for the interception of the U.S. champion. And the U.S. Women's Champion has been eliminated. You saw it right there, folks. Lacey Evans, the U.S. Champion, has been eliminated. We are now 100% guaranteed a new U.S. Women's Champion in tonight's match. Kelly Kelly trying to eliminate Fuego Lopez. Paige Evans trying to eliminate Andre Rizzo right now, and Andre Rizzo has been eliminated. We're down to the last two women in this Battle Royal match. It is now down to Paige Evans, Fuego Lopez, and Kelly Kelly. The winner will become the new Women's U.S. Champion. Kelly Kelly doing an Irish whip to Fuego Lopez against the ropes. There she goes, climbing to the top, lining up her opponent. Looks like Kelly Kelly realized she misjudged the distance, decided to get in close on Fuego Lopez. There's a Battle Royal match, so you gotta think about every move you do. One misstep, it could cause an elimination. Here comes Paige Evans, looking to eliminate Kelly Kelly here. Will she get her over that top rope? Here comes Fuego Lopez, helping her out. They're double teaming, both working together, and they both eliminate Kelly Kelly. We're down to the last two women. It is now between Paige Evans and Fuego Lopez in this Battle Royal match. We're down to the last two competitors in this Battle Royal matchup. Who will become the new Women's U.S. Champion? Will it be Fuego Lopez or will it be Paige Evans? Here comes Paige Evans, looking to eliminate Fuego Lopez. And Lopez has been eliminated. We have a new U.S. Champion. We have a new U.S. Women's Champion, folks, and that is Paige Evans in this swimsuit edition Battle Royal match here on Summer Bash. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give a quick shout out to Jack Berry for thank you for the follow here at GTW. I definitely appreciate it. For more content, we got GTW Brawl on Wednesday nights and GTW Dystopia on Saturday nights. Live streaming 7 p.m. every week. And folks, that was an amazing Battle Royal match. The women look lovely, but honestly, the real talent lies in the maneuvers in the ring. All women show great talent fighting each other in this Battle Royal. But in the end of the day, there could have been only one winner.
And new Women's United States Champion, Paige Evans.
You see Paige Evans now celebrating with her new United States Championship, holding it loud and proud, no longer just a house show mid-card wrestler, but now holding championship gold right here at Summer Bash. Congratulations to Paige Evans, our new Women's United States Champion. Speaking of championship gold, we're coming down to our two main events tonight. We still have Hercules versus Dio Sebastian for the World Heavyweight Championship. And don't forget, our main event, Andre Armstrong, will be challenging the Chosen One, Steven Dynamite, for the Grand Tour Championship. Both matches coming up after this quick break. We're back, folks, and it's time for one of our two main events. It was a month ago at Twitch's debut of Grand Tour Wrestling Brawl, where Dio Sebastian had defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Hercules in a steel cage match. Hercules beat Dio Sebastian in 5 minutes, escaping the cage, walking away with the World Heavyweight Championship, solidifying himself as the leader of the Old God faction. Dio Sebastian had went through hell to earn his spot as the #1 contender to get his rematch. And tonight is that night. Dio said it last night in a promo, again, while talking to Hercules in the ring on Dystopia, that he doesn't want to win the World Heavyweight Championship. He needs to win the World Heavyweight Championship. He needs to do it for the legacy of his father, Demon Sebastian. He needs to do it for the love of his younger sister, the Witch. And he needs to do it to prove to himself that he can be Hercules, that he is better than Hercules. And in the words of the demon Dio Sebastian, he's going to prove what the fans of GTW believe, that Hercules is a false god. Will Dio Sebastian come through with that promise in this World Heavyweight Championship match? Or will Hercules prove undoubtedly that he is undisputed, the unbreakable, almighty God? Find out next out of our one of two main events here on Summer Bash.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Here comes the almighty, unbreakable Hercules, the World Heavyweight Champion, making his way to the ring here at Daytona Beach Theater for Summer Bash. Hercules, a two-time World Heavyweight Champion and a former Grand Tour champion, with an impressive record, winning almost nearly every match he's ever competed in, only losing to a handful of people. One of them being the current Grand Tour champion, the chosen one, Steven Dynamite, who defeated him for the Grand Tour title 1 year ago. But now Hercules has the World Heavyweight Championship Gold, the most prestigious title you can win inside the men's division. And he will be defending against arguably one of the most dangerous wrestlers in Grand Tour Wrestling, the Demon Dio Sebastian. Winning countless title defenses in the past. Recently winning the World Heavyweight Championship in 5 minutes inside a steel cage. This man is personified as peak condition. He has ultimate strength, ultimate speed. He has the technique. He has the power. But most of all, he has the confidence. The fans can boo him, but he just calls them the naysayers. His response to the fans of GW saying he's a false god, saying, "I am no false god. You are all just heretics." Look at him, the confidence he brings to the ring. The opinions of the fans of Daytona Beach don't matter here tonight. The only thing on his mind is absolute victory. Hercules raising his hand and resolute, declaring that he will win tonight's match, that he will successfully defend the heavyweight championship. This is a title that means so much to both competitors tonight. His subject, Rebecca Troy, already lost against the Witch tonight in a last woman standing match. Is that a sign for things to come, or will Hercules prove once and for all that he is champion? And here comes his opponent, the Demon, Dio Sebastian, older brother of the Witch. Arguably one of the most dangerous men in Grand Tour Wrestling. Some say he is not human. Some say he spawned from the depths of hell itself. But one thing is clear, he's coming out tonight focused, ready. Look at the piercing gaze in that man's eyes. He is ready. He wants Hercules and he wants him now. He has something to prove. It's like he said last night in Dystopia. He doesn't want to win the title. He needs it. He needs it the same way Smog needs his gold. Tonight he is out to honor his father, the Demon Sebastian. A legendary wrestler. Long retired. Dio Sebastian, his son, looking to carry out the legacy and honor in his World Heavyweight title match.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Demon, Dio Sebastian. And his opponent from Athens, Greece, weighing in at 331 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the mighty, unbreakable Hercules.
Here comes the bell. Dio Sebastian starting straight off with a DDT onto Hercules. He's starting off strong. Here he goes. Stretching out the legs, bending the spine of Hercules. You can tell he's coming into this match ready. He's coming to this match hot. He wants that World Heavyweight Championship. The last time these two men met was inside a steel cage on Twitch's debut of GTW Brawl. Hercules completely dominated Dio Sebastian in that match, winning in 5 minutes. But it seems Dio Sebastian is coming into this match with a brand new attitude. Here he is with a fisherman suplex, lifting all 113 pounds of Hercules. There he is, taking him outside the ring right off the bat. Dio now meeting him outside by the barricade. And here he is working on the leg. This is not the same man Hercules defeated at Brawl in that steel cage. Dio is completely fired up tonight. There he is, laying in those stomps on the Hercules. Staying on the offensive, not giving him a moment to breathe. Hercules manages to dodge out of the way, and he gets a shot to the ribs. And Hercules slamming Dio right into the steel stairs. Hercules onto the top rope, but Dio catches him and throws him right off the top turnbuckle. He goes for the pin right away. 1. But no, Hercules gets the shoulder up. Here comes Dio, lining him up. Calling out to the crowd with a flying double boot. But what's this? What's going on here? What's going on? Someone's music just hit off, but nothing happened. No one was there. Dio got distracted momentarily. Hercules tried to take advantage. However, Dio was able to see it coming. You can tell Dio's senses are sharp. However, it did buy Hercules an advantage. And here's Hercules with his signature spear. This was the move he used to defeat Stephen Dynamite on Brawl on Wednesday. And when Hercules and Andre Armstrong challenged Dio Sebastian and Stephen Dynamite in a tag team match, it was that spear that broke Dynamite in half, allowing them to secure victory in that tag team match. However, it's still early in this match. Dio was able to kick out. Dio had the advantage. I don't know whose music it was that played in that background, but it was enough to distract Dio to help Hercules get the upper hand. Here's Dio fighting back, using some combos. Dio coming in with those left and right hooks, and there's a European uppercut, taking the champion down. Hercules manages to counter, and with a big boot to the head. Hercules getting fired up against the challenger. Then he comes in with a second spear on the Demon Dio Sebastian. Here comes the count. Whoa! But no! Dio gets the shoulder up. You can hear the electricity in the air tonight here at Daytona Theater. And here comes Hercules, just driving Dio Sebastian into the metal rim of the ring apron. And there's Dio being thrown right into the barricade. Hercules completely annihilating Dio right now with those powerful strikes. You see Hercules, a little cocky, daring Dio to come to the ring, and Hercules with a high-flying maneuver. Hercules is 325. He's over 300 pounds. This man is over 300 pounds of pure muscle, and he just flew out of the ring like a freight train onto Dio Sebastian, and he just did it again, coming off the top rope. For Dio, this is the equivalent of being hit by a truck. Here comes Dio, taking Hercules down. And Dio with a spear of his own. I better be wary. These two now fighting by the announcer's table. And Hercules gets slammed right in front of me here at the announcer's table. Dio looking to weaken that leg, but Hercules fighting back, kicking Dio in the face. And once Hercules has Dio in a submission hold, it won't do any good outside the ring though. The stipulation to this World Heavyweight title match is there will be no count out. These two can fight outside the ring as long as they want. Dio reversing the Irish whip. Hercules being slammed right into the barricade. Dio knows to secure this victory must be in the ring. The two men taking it outside once more. The audience in the front row getting their money's worth right now. And Hercules with a devastating powerbomb outside of the ring. Here goes Hercules coming up the ropes, flying out once again, but this time Dio saw it coming. It seems this time the high-flying maneuver had backfired on Hercules. You know the old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Dio looking to be in trouble now. Hercules taking it to the top rope. And there's a hammer knocking Dio right down. 1, 2, no! Dio kicks at the last moment. You can see the frustration on the World Heavyweight Champion's face right now. He is wondering what he has to do to take Dio out. Remember, this is the same man that managed to defeat Dio. Wait, what's going on? Dio using his demon tricks to get behind Hercules. He's setting him up. Here comes Snake Eyes onto the ring rope. And here goes Dio Sebastian getting Hercules in the crossface, looking to win this match by submission. Will Hercules tap out? Is Hercules going to tap out? No, he breaks the hold. The World Heavyweight Champion refusing to surrender, and here he comes, coming at Dio with a spear like a bullet. Will this be enough? No! Once again, Dio manages to get up. You can visibly see the frustration on Hercules' face. Hercules throwing all his body weight at the challenge right now. And now he has Dio in a submission hold. Dio counters. He comes in with the right hook. Hercules with a strike of his own. Dio with a chop. And he's coming back. Hercules reversing. The two now getting into an all-out brawl right now. Dio coming out with everything he's got. And he knocks Hercules down. He lines him up. Hercules in trouble now. Dio going for his finisher at the end of days for the championship. 1, 2. No! I can't believe it. Dio Sebastian is busted wide open. You can see the blood on Dio's face right now. Dio trying to put this match away using his finisher, the end of days, onto Hercules, but wasn't enough. Dio once again going for the crossface, blood all over his face right now. He wants to end this match as soon as possible, and Hercules taps out! Ladies and gentlemen, Hercules just tapped out. The same man who beat Dio for the title in a steel cage match in 5 minutes just tapped out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion, and that man is the Demon, Dio Sebastian. After everything he's been through, after everything Dio has gone to get this title match, after being humiliated on Brawl in that steel cage match 1 month ago, after losing the championship to this man. Through literally his blood, his sweat, and his tears, surviving multiple devastating spears from Hercules. Right here at Daytona Beach, Florida, at the Daytona Beach Theater. Live on Twitch here on tonight's premium live pay-per-view event. We have a new Grand Tour Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. And that man is Dio Sebastian. You know, his father, the Demon Sebastian, is in his home right now watching this on television. He must be jumping for joy. 100% completely proud of his son. And here we go. Here's the victory. Hercules tapping out.
And new World Heavyweight Champion, the Demon, Dio Sebastian.
Look at him. He looks so proud. This man has 100% earned that belt. He's at the top rope holding the title. Loud and proud. This man went through hell and back and has paid off. Ladies and gentlemen, the new GTW World Heavyweight Champion, Dio Sebastian. But we're not done yet, folks, because coming up, we have tonight's main event. It was originally meant to be the timeless Tony Storm challenging Steven Dynamite. But after suffering an injury from a backstage assault in the hands of Archangel, the championship match became void. However, throughout the weeks, it was Andre Armstrong who has been breathing down Steven Dynamite's neck. It has been Andre Armstrong claiming that it should be him being the Grand Tour champion. Now here's a reminder about the Grand Tour title. The Grand Tour title is not held by any weight class, no gender, nor division. Anyone within the ranks of Grand Tour Wrestling, anyone who is within the Grand Tour Wrestling roster can become Grand Tour champion. This title doesn't represent the best of the women's division. It does not represent the best of the heavyweight division or the men's division. Whoever has this belt is known as the 100% undisputed number one wrestler in GTW. And the number one wrestler will be decided right here in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Whoever wins 2 out of 3 matches between these two tonight will be Grand Tour champion. Ladies and gentlemen, time for our main event. The Russian gladiator Andre Armstrong will be challenging the Grand Tour champion, the chosen one, Steven Dynamite, right now on our first PLE Summer Bash. But before we go into our main event, a quick announcement. In a soon to be announced date, we have another PLE coming in late September. Ladies and gentlemen, our next PLE announcement will be taking place in Tokyo, Japan for GTW's The Rising Sun. That will be our PLE next month. Live streaming here on Infinite Fantasy Twitch.tv. Also, every Wednesday and every Saturday at 7 p.m., we'll be having Wednesday Night Brawl and Saturday Night Dystopia. Follow Infinite Fantasy Twitch.tv in order to find these amazing Grand Tour Wrestling live streams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event for Summer Bash.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Grand Prix Championship.
And here he comes, folks. The Russian Gladiator. The man who deems that he should be the #1 wrestler in Grand Tour Wrestling, Andre Armstrong. The Machine. Now making his way to the ring. Trained by the greatest tactical wrestlers in Russia. For months being represented by Brenda Bison. Now comes into tonight's main event in his best 2 out of 3 falls match. Focused, ready to take on the chosen one, Steven Dynamite. But the question is, does he have what it takes to win him, to beat him in best 2 out of 3 falls? The Russian Machine now making his way to the ring. We've seen all but one title change tonight. Chosen being the only champion to retain his title. The Hardy Boys defeating the Dudleys for the tag team titles tonight. Megan winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We have a new U.S. Women's Champion from the Battle Royal, and just before, we saw an amazing victory from Dio Sebastian as he wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Hercules. Can tonight be Andre Armstrong's night? And here he comes, folks, the Grand Tour Champion, the chosen one, Steven Dynamite, the fan favorite here in GTW. And that's right there, folks, is why they call him Dynamite. He has held on to this championship for 1 straight year now. It has been 1 year since September that he has held on to the Grand Tour title. Successfully defending the championship 16 times. We've already seen all but one title change hands. Will Steven Dynamite be the second champion to retain his title, or will this be the night for Andre Armstrong? You see him coming into the ring, hot, excited, ready to go. This man is ready to defend his championship and prove, without a shadow of doubt, he is #1 in GTW.
Introducing the challenger. From Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 243 pounds, the Russian Gladiator, Andre Armstrong. And his opponent, from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 218 pounds, the Grand Prix champion, the chosen one, Steven Dynamite!
Here's Steven Dynamite, who might be looking at his championship for the final time. The referee showing Andre Armstrong what's on the line tonight. Here at the main event for our first PLE Summer Bash. The crowd exploding with excitement as they take a look at the Grand Tour title. Both men in their corners, getting ready, warming up, stretching. The roof is about to blow. Oh wait, we're out of beats. There is no roof. Ha 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 ha. And here comes Steven Dynamite, starting off strong with his high-flying abilities. Here he is, warming up the crowd on the ring apron. Springing off the top rope with a hurricanrana right off the bat. Steven Dynamite showing Andre Armstrong why he is known as the Chosen One. He comes off the ropes with a flying drop kick. And what an amazing high-flying ability by Dynamite. The ref going for the count. 1, 2. And here comes Andre Armstrong getting the kick out. Remember, folks, this match is best 2 out of 3 falls match. You have to secure 2 victories against your opponent to be named Grand Tour Champion in tonight's main event. Dynamite go for an Irish whip. Andre Armstrong counters. He goes under. And then goes for an elbow right into the face of Steven Dynamite. He keeps on the pressure, dropping in the knee drop right onto Dynamite's face. You can see the aggressive side of the Russian Glider as he starts slamming his head into the ring canvas. He waits for the champion to get up. The two now locking up. Each man trying to outmaneuver the other. Dynamite with a clever arm twist, getting him to an armbar. And now he adds even more pressure to the armbar, ripping the arm right out of Andre's socket. Andre Armstrong feeling the pressure. Dynamite adding even more pressure into this technical maneuver. Andre Armstrong might be thinking twice right now about challenging the champion. Remember, this was Dynamite's hand-picked opponent for no other reason purely other than, and I quote, "I just want to kick his ass." Dynamite now playing to the crowd, getting a little cocky here. But rightfully so. He comes in with a clothesline. No, 2 clotheslines. But no, Andre Armstrong go for a kick, but Dynamite counters, sweeping him right off his feet. Dynamite going for the pin. 1, 2. But no, Andre gets the shoulder up. It's still early in the match. Dynamite looking to get the first count, false count, away with a sweet chin music. 1, 2, but Andre again gets the shoulder up. Steven Dynamite keeping his cool though. He still realizes this is still early on in tonight's main event. Andre Armstrong coming in with a receipt with an elbow drop. He gets the chokehold onto Steven Dynamite. Dynamite going off the ropes. Andre with an elbow, but Dynamite counters. And here comes the Psycho Cutter. Steven Dynamite with his finisher maneuver, the Psycho Cutter. Looking to get his first count early. 1, 2, but no, Andre Armstrong again with the shoulder up. Here comes Dynamite, still looking confident though. Andre Armstrong getting to the back of Dynamite, attacking the back of the knee, finally getting them down. But Dynamite once again showing more resilience. Oh no, but Andre Armstrong caught him. He has him in the crossface. Dynamite manages to roll out. Here he comes off the second rope. Was an amazing flying bulldog. Dynamite showing his high flying skills as he goes off the second rope. Once again going for the pin. 1, 2, but no, Andre Armstrong again kicks out. You hear the whole crowd screaming out too. The excitement completely in the air right here at Daytona Beach Theater. There goes Dynamite going off the top rope, and here comes a flying moonsault across the ring. Here goes Steven Dynamite coming off the top rope with a swanton, but nobody home. Andre Armstrong manages to maneuver out of the way at the very last second. This might have caused Dynamite as Andre Armstrong with a powerbomb pin combo, but Dynamite manages to kick out at 1. Here comes Andre Armstrong off the top rope, frog splash, nobody home. Dynamite going with a receive with a face buster. He takes him to the top rope once more with a second swanton bomb. Will this be enough to put him away? 1, 2, 3, and the first fall goes to Steven Dynamite. We're now 1-0 in his best 2 out of 3 falls match. Steven Dynamite is 1 fall count away from retaining the title. Remember, we've only had 1 successful title defense. We saw in our last main event matchup, Dio Sebastian with his impressive victory, Mega Hercules tapping out, winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Steven Dynamite now looking to be in a little trouble as Andre Armstrong goes into the offensive. An impressive slam, knocking the wind right out of the chosen one. Andre Armstrong lining Steven Dynamite up. An Irish whip to the ropes. And here he comes with a German suplex. The 2 men now taking it outside the ring. Andre Armstrong with a clothesline from behind. The champion's starting to look like he's in trouble now. Andre Armstrong being relentless with those kicks to the head. He's keeping the high flyer down on the ground right now. Andre Armstrong knows he can't get the false count outside the ring. Any point taken must take place inside the squared circle. This veteran wrestler doing the smart thing, bringing the champion inside the ring, and now he has him in a sleeper hold. Oh, this is bad. He's got it on tight. Will Steven Dynamite tap out here? It looks like he's fading quick. No, he's throwing the elbows. He's trying to fight his way out. He manages to roll out. He's got the rope as leverage. But there's a 2 count. There goes Dynamite. Fighting back now. He's getting himself fired up, getting the adrenaline pumping. Bouncing off the ropes. He goes for leg scissors, but Andre Armstrong gets out of the way at the last second. Andre Armstrong's ring awareness showing right now as he gets the DDT on Steven Dynamite. He now lines him up. Look like he's going for his finisher maneuver. But no, Dynamite counters. He goes storm against the ropes. He's going under. He's going over. No, leg scissors. And another face buster. Full force into the ring canvas. Andre Armstrong looking to be winded. Another face buster. Dynamite looking to put this away with a 2-0 victory. He's going to top rope with a 3rd swanton bomb. He's going for the count. 1, 2. But no, Andre gets the shoulder up. Dynamite with a clothesline. On the top rope once more. Going for his 4th swanton. But Andre Armstrong is starting to learn his opponent's moves. Rolls out of the way, completely backfiring on the Grand Tour champion. He's going for the count. 1, 2, but Dynamite kicks out. You can visibly see the frustration on Andre Armstrong's face right now. Dynamite's already got 1 point on him. 1 more, and he can kiss his title match goodbye. Here comes Andre Armstrong with a leg drop. Laying in those kicks, looking to humiliate the champion. This is just pathetic. This is completely humiliating. Dynamite has enough. He just threw Andre Armstrong into the barricade. Dynamite saying enough is enough. He goes to roll him back into the ring. Here comes the Chosen One with those impressive kicks. He rolls him back down. A sharp elbow right into the shoulder, damaging the shoulder blade. Gets to the top rope. He's setting him up with the taunt. The crowd wild up. With a flying hurricanrana. Here comes the pin for the championship. 1, 2, but no! The shoulders up. You can see there's a little worry on Dynamite's face, but he's not taking any time. Immediately trying to capitalize onto Andre Armstrong. He knocks him to the turnbuckle. Team Dynamite rolls out of the way. And he sets him up with a neck breaker. A very impressive neck breaker at that. And here he comes. Sweet chin music. He's tuning up the band. Right into the chin. He's not going to clean it out. 1, 2, 3. And Steven Dynamite retains the Grand Tour Championship. 2-0. It seems Steven Dynamite has been right all along. Andre Armstrong is just not in the Chosen Ones League with an impressive 2-0 victory. Not a single false count on the Russian Gladiator side. Contrary to Brenda Bison winning the Women's Championship tonight in the submission match against Amanda Price, it seems her counterpart, Andre Armstrong, not as lucky. Steven Dynamite once again proving to the fans of GTW, proving to the fans here at Daytona Beach Theater, here at the main event of Summer Bash, he is 100% undisputed, the Grand Tour Champion. And here's some highlights from tonight's main event matchup. Steven Dynamite with an incredible victory. There were a couple times where it seemed Andre Armstrong had the advantage, using his ring awareness to escape some of his maneuvers and get the offensive. But in the end of the day, the so-called Russian Gladiator, the man who has breathed down Dynamite's neck for weeks now, just couldn't take the music. With one sweet kick to the head, Dynamite retains.
Here is your winner, and still Grand Prix champion, the Chosen One, Steven Dynamite.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a champion. What a man right here. Without a doubt, probably one of the greatest wrestlers to be in a GTW ring. He is one of 2 champions to not only carry the name Chosen, but to retain his title here tonight. The crowd going absolutely nuts for him right now. And the question is, who will he choose as his next opponent? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of tonight's PLE, but it's not the end of GTW. Tune in Wednesday night, 7 p.m. at infinitefantasy/twitch.tv for Wednesday Night Brawl to see the follow-up of tonight's amazing pay-per-view event. And remember, next month in September will be our next PLV event taking place in Japan, the Rising Sun. This is Infinite Fantasy signing out. Everyone have a good night and may your fantasies be infinite.